So right now we're going to be talking about the elusive top bar stack. Now, if you ever used Foundation 1, you know top bar was like the flagship menu. Top bar is a completely different animal in Foundation 6. It is not a menu at all. Top bar is simply a kind of a menu specific layout utility. There are no menus baked into top bar. It is purely a way of laying out your menus. And it does have the ability, it has something called a title bar, which basically on menu gives you this menu bar that you can click and then expand a menu out. Right? But that's all top bar is. It's a 2-column stack essentially. It has a right and a left column, and you can turn either right or left on or off. Okay. And then you can enable a title bar if you like. And that's it. I mean, top bar, don't get me wrong, it's useful. But it is just a simple layout. You could probably achieve most of what top bar does with just some basic column stacks. Most of it. Okay, but let's jump into an existing top bar instance that I've already built out just to speed things up a little bit. So what I've done here is I kind of have a typical, what someone might imagine top bar from Foundation 1 to kind of look like, right? So over here, I have my drill down that morphs into a drop down. If you're wondering how to achieve that, just make sure you check out the drill down video, and we show you how to transform that into a drop down menu and all that jazz. Okay. So we have that on the right side. And then on the left side, we just simply have a SVG of the Weaver Space logo. Okay. So really, really simple layout. Now I have a visibility here because we want to hide that on mobile. And then obviously we have our title bar. Now let's preview this really quick. So here we just have an attractive menu. It's a drop-down menu. And then over here we have our icon, our logo. And then if we go all the way to mobile, we'll see that it kind of morphs into a nice title bar that we can then click on. And then from there we have our nice drill down menu. Okay, really, really good. Let's look into some of the options that we have with top bar. So as I showed you earlier, we can turn on and off the right or left side, and you can put your menu on either side, or you can put menus on both sides. It's really up to you. Okay, you can drop whatever you want into top bar. If you want to use top bar as just a general layout tool without a menu, you can do that too. It's just a utility. Then we have some horizontal alignment options that you're probably familiar with in most of our stacks. So we have horizontal alignment options, some vertical alignment options. Now this stacked is something new. So here we have stack on medium or stack on large. Okay. And what that means is, let's say if I had, let's say 2 menus on medium, it would stack the left and right columns on top of each other. Okay. So you can either stack them on medium, stack them on large, or never stack them. Okay. And then obviously we have some classes. I kind of played around with a bit, and I actually am styling top bar with some swatches, and we'll look at what that is in a little bit. We can add classes to top bar. And then as you saw, we have title bar, which we can enable here. We have similar horizontal and vertical alignments there, as well as hiding. When do you want to hide title bar? Because you see title bars by default only visible on mobile, right? On small devices. So by default, we are hiding it on medium and large. But if you want to maybe display that on medium devices, you could just set that to just hide for large. Okay. And then title bar has its own classes that you can actually apply swatches to. So that is actually key. There are actually 2 classes inside of top bar. There is one for the top bar, which is this bottom 2-column layout, and there's another class for the title bar. So now we actually have some really cool options here for the title bar, and it has to do with the hamburger. So we can either have no hamburger, we can completely turn it off because some people don't like the hamburgers, right? You can have it on the left, or you can have it on the right. Okay. Now, if you notice when I set that to be have it on the right, the menu still stayed over here on the left. Well, what's going on there? Well, we can just simply set the horizontal alignment to be the right. Okay. Now, some people want the menu to be in the left. We can go ahead and set the, actually in the center, I mean. You can set that to be in the middle. And maybe you just want a hamburger icon, right? So we can completely erase the label and only have a hamburger right in the middle. Let's preview what that looks like. So here we see on mobile, I just simply have the hamburger straight in the middle, and I don't have any sort of, menu label. It's just right there in the middle. Another option is maybe we want to hide the hamburger, but we still want our menu. There we go. We have our menu. We click on that. We then have that right centered in the middle. So we have a lot of flexibility with the title bar with these horizontal alignment options and turning on and off the hamburger, whether or not you want the hamburger on the left side, the right side, or completely disabled. Now, there's one more really powerful thing that you can do. And this is the very last setting inside title bar, and that's called title bar drop zone. Okay. And when you enable title bar drop zone, this gives you a title bar that you can add. Okay. And because maybe, for example, maybe I want to add in an SVG. Maybe I want to add my logo right inside the title bar. Right. Maybe that's something you want to do. So with the title bar drop zone, you can drop in whatever you want. Now, if you want text, you can drop in some text as well, and you can go all out. You can add a 3-column layout in there, whatever you like. Okay, let's preview that now, and we'll see that now on mobile, I just have a nice logo up there.